Hi everybody, it's Judith from the town of Wasaga Beach, and I'm here with Hayden Mcculloch. He's one of our local youth within Wasaga Beach, so I'm just gonna, Hayden's gonna tell us a little bit about himself and just kind of what he's been doing over the past little while during the pandemic. So, hi Hayden, if you just want to maybe tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so as Judith said, my name is Hayden Mcculloch. I go to CCI in Collingwood. I'm 17 years old, and I'm in competitive biathlon. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment.
Can you explain kind of what biathlon is for people who don't know?
Yeah, so the sport of biathlon takes two very different components. You have your endurance cross-country skiing, and then you have precision shooting. So you'll ski a loop and then come shoot 5 shots and hopefully get the targets down. And there's penalties if you don't get all the targets down.
And how did you get in? Did you just start skiing with like a rifle and say, I'm going to do this? Or how did you get into this sport?
Yeah, so I know it's kind of a weird sport to get into, especially around here. But yeah, so we started downhill skiing, and then obviously Blue Mountain got crazy busy on the weekends. So we tried to pick a different hobby. So we got into cross-country skiing, and then I got sunscreen in my eyes. Yeah, and then cross-country skiing as kids, and then kind of just fell in love with it and started racing, and then someone was like, hey, why don't you come try biathlon and shoot some guns? And I was like, you know what, that sounds awesome. So you just kind of got into it there, yeah.
And you're a member of which club?
I race out of Highlands Trailblazers, so that's up in Duntroon.
And you've gone some pretty like cool adventures with the sport. Where have you been?
Yeah, so I've been all over Canada pretty much with the sport. I haven't got out east yet. I'm supposed to be, but because of the pandemic I didn't get to. But so I've been to Whistler, been to Canmore in Alberta, Banff, Quebec is a lot of our racing is in Quebec. I went to Vermont this year. I was supposed to go to Montana for US Nationals, but that got canceled. But yeah, I've get to travel a ton and miss a lot of school, which is kind of nice. But yeah, the traveling's awesome, and yeah.
So unfortunately, because of the pandemic, it would have been perfect training time, but you can't train because of the pandemic.
Yeah. So it's kind of tricky, definitely with the pandemic. But luckily, we are in kind of a rural area, so we are like I'm still training. I'm biking, and I have a gym in my basement, and yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing right now.
What's the longest that you've actually biked? Because I hear you went kind of a crazy distance.
Yeah, so I did this spring because I had nothing better to do, and I was like, why not just bike? I did 100K, so that was 4 hours on my bike with no stops. So that's a long way. It hurt. But yeah, I do a lot of biking. I've probably just this spring put in over 800K on my bike. Yeah.
And then what is your kind of latest update on being named to a team? Maybe explain about being named to the national.
Yeah, so after the season kind of ended abruptly, obviously we were still looking forward to the next season, and I got an email saying that due to my race results during this past season, I was named to the U20 national team for biathlon. And basically that means I'm part of a team of 6 guys and 6 girls all across Canada, under 20. And it's just opportunity to train more and with more elite people than just your club members, and more traveling to different cool spots. So Alberta and BC and out to Quebec, and kind of just hang out with people that are really invested in the sport, like you. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And what do you have, like, aspirations to continue on in the sport? You really like it?
Yeah, no, the sport's awesome. It's a lot of work. I train a ton, and it's hard to combat with school and everything. But yeah, so after high school, I'm planning to take a year off and go out to Alberta and join a team out there, and train out of there for a year, kind of see what happens. And if it goes well, just keep going. Like, you can't really go back to the sport, so I'm trying to stay in it as long as I can. So,
All right. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. And yeah, thanks for the information. And that's Hayden Mcculloch, our local biathlete.